Shalom to the nation of Yasharallah, also known as the nation of Israel. First, I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who taught us the truth, for all these years, and who rule well. Salutations to the believers and the brothers out there, and the sisters and the children, whoever may be listening, So I was supposed to make a video on this yesterday, but I got caught up with some things, But this has been on my mind all day, so I'm pretty much going to it, going into how Russia was saying that they pretty much was planning, to send a nuclear strike to the United States, also known as Babylon the Great. So this is inside the paper. It says, new Russian state TV threatens nuclear strike on U.S., So this is biblical, This was talked about in the scriptures a long time ago, but now this prophecy, is manifesting itself, So first I'm going to get Ezekiel 38. It says, let me see where I'm going to start off at. Okay, Ezekiel 38, starting at verse, I can start at verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog. So the land of Gog and Magog is modern day Russia, It says, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, the prophecy against him. And say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. So pretty much when it goes into it, Russia, also known as Gog and Magog, they're going to come against Babylon the Great, also known as the United States, They think after World War III is over with, they think they're going to be in power, but no. They think they the next world rulers, but that's not the case. It's the Israelites under Yahweh Shai and the 12. This is verse 4. It says, I will turn thee back and put into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thy armies. So, they're going to have that ancient, Soviet Union spirit back on them. They're going to, these other nations, they're going to fear them, because these Russians, these Edomite Russians, they're not a weak army, They're coming against a world superpower in the United States, Babylon the Great, It says, in all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So what's the modern day bucklers, shields, and swords and all these things? It's the modern day weapons of war for now, Going into tanks, these Humvees, these guns, these rockets. All these things are these modern day swords and shield and bucklers, It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. See, these other nations going into Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, these other countries are going to help alongside with Russia to defeat Babylon the Great, And if I'm not mistaken, BRICS, they invited, I think it was Libya and Ethiopia, to join them with BRICS. So that's prophecy, That's prophecy. So let me see what else I'm going to get. This is going to happen in the very, very, very near future, Russia coming against United States along with their allies, and send thousands of nukes over here, the ICBM nuclear missiles. It says, let me see what I'm finna get. Going to the missiles. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16. Chapter 16, starting at verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. and the fishes thereof also before Yahweh, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So the bows and arrows, it's a metaphor for the missiles, for the ICBM nuclear missiles and the missile silos. You get what I'm saying? The missile silos is pretty much the bow, and the arrow is the ICBM nuclear missile. It said he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. And why won't the nuclear missiles miss when it hit this place? Because one, the Lord, his spirit will be inside of those missiles. The Lord is a consuming fire. And also because all these nations has trajectory points, heading towards the United States. If you get what I'm saying. It has a GPS system right where it wants to go, and the Lord Spirit in that, so it's not gonna miss at all. Every nuke, every missile is gonna hit exactly where it's planned to be hit. And it says when they begin to be shot at the ends of the world, this land, this continent, as also known as North America, it was known as the ends of the world, because this place, so-called Esau, they say this place hasn't been civilized yet. When they first came over here, when the Northern Kingdom was over here, by themselves. So this continent, North America, or Babylon the Great, or United States, is also known as the ends of the world. It says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." So this fire, it's gonna be this place is also gonna be known as the lake of fire. Because all these nuclear missiles hitting this place, along with the chariots of the Lord coming down and laser beaming these people, and in this country, It says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Exactly. So these missiles not going to return back to where it came from. It's going to hit exactly what it says it's going to hit, and it's going to accomplish what it's supposed to accomplish. I had another precept too. Let me see. Nah, this wasn't it. It's in Revelations 18. I'm gonna get that in a little bit. But I had I had an article going into the United States weak missile defense system, because the United States is pretty much Babylon the Great. They pretty much put all their military money, into offensive tactics. They don't worry about defensive tactics because they think they can't be touched. They think they can't be touched at all, and they're just prideful. What type of world superpower don't have a missile defense system that's capable of stopping enemy fire? This is from February 22nd, 2022. So just last year, it says a new study of U.S. missile defenses has found that after 70 years and some 350 billion in investments, Shalakia, no system thus far developed has been shown to be effective against realistic ICBM threats to the homeland. So pretty much that being said, if these countries decide to want to nuke this place or send missiles, they pretty much saying they can't stop it. This place is through, This place has no chance of stopping nuclear missiles. And you can even look it up, from Alaska to Russia, it takes 30 minutes with an ICBM nuclear missile. 30 minutes. That's not a lot of time to prepare. And they got missiles so fast, you go right past their defense systems. Let me is it this one? Nah, this ain't it. That's the spirit. It say Russia recognized the first crew to use hypersonic missile in Ukraine. You know, if you know anything about NATO, you know they've been trying to get Ukraine to join NATO. You know, and that being said, since Russia is attacking Ukraine, that would start Article 5. You know, and that pretty much saying if they join up and Russia attacks them, that gives the okay for the U.S. and NATO to give them 100% backup, and that would be the cause, or that would be the start officially with World War III. Let me just get this quick, just to show how fast these ICBM nuclear missiles are. These hypersonic missiles. Let me see if this is a good one. It says 6,000 kilometers per hour. So when you go into that, I can just help and look that up real quick. That's almost 4,000 miles per hour, bro. Y'all don't understand how fast that is. Like, that's not even time to prepare. That's not even time to really go in no bunkers, none of that. Cause I'm just gonna say this now: the average American, the average Babylonian, they don't have no bunkers or nothing like that. So these people won't be caught. They won't be caught by surprise. You know, only the elites, you know, of this kingdom is gonna be able to try to, you know, flee into the mountains, you know, try to get in submarines, things like that, try to get into space to try to avoid these nuclear attacks along with the chariots of the Lord, you know. So yeah, I just want to go into just a little background of the hypersonic missiles. Let me get that Revelation 18. Okay, I don't know where I'm gonna start, but I might just start at verse 5. Yeah, I'm gonna start at verse 5. Revelation 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. And what's all her iniquities, you know? Well, as she is going into Babylon the Great, also known as the United States, you know, the capital of the Edomites, you know. What sins have they committed? They committed pretty much genocide all across the world, terrorized and rape, robbed, and murdered the children of Israel, the apple of the Lord's eye, you know. And that's just pretty much the main thing, one of many things, you know. Committed all types of wickedness all across the world in the name of their beast system, you know, democracy, going into they also destroyed this world, going into being missionaries, you know, going into other countries and nations, pretty much seeming like they gonna bring in religion, Christianity, and stuff like that into all these other countries, but to eventually overthrow their governments and stuff like that. It says, I forgot what book it is. It says they spread their wickedness like a green bay tree. They established all these military bases, all these different countries. They travel all these different countries to establish their wickedness. It says, verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled to her double. So whatever these Edomites and Babylon the Great did unto the children of Israel, it's gonna be double. It's gonna be tense. It's gonna be double the dosage of what y'all did to us. All this wickedness, but we gonna rule in righteousness, but we gonna have y'all in subjection. We're gonna put y'all in captivity. It says, how much she have glorified herself, lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. So yeah, they lived at the top all this time, had the world thinking the America is the best place in the world, you know, having all these riches. Shit, this place is just a circus, all these riches. I forgot the right word for it. Eating hella food, living deliciously, above all these other nations. But it says so much torment and sorrow give her. Why would this place have torment? Because this place is prideful, and this place is going to get destroyed by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, through the nuclear missiles, and when Yahweh shall come back with his angels. It says, for she sitteth in her heart, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And why do they think they're not gonna see any sorrow? Because they're prideful. They think their military will succeed against anything that come across their path, but they're not prepared for millions of nukes and an outside force coming from the atmosphere, coming from space, and that is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and his angels, Michael, the archangel, the rest of the archangels, and the rest of the host of the army. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahweh power who judgeth her. So it says, her plague shall come in one day. It says, roughly paraphrasing, Babylon shall fall in 1 hour. That's a day. This place shall fall in 1 hour. Cause once the judgment starts, once all these missiles get to flying, it's over with for this place. It says shall burn forever, but we also know forever just means a very, very long time. This place is gonna be burnt forever, and it's gonna be left for a monument of what not to be and what not to rule like. It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her. So all the nations that did all these trading, exporting, importing all these goods, trafficking, did business with them with banking, entertainment businesses, all these nations that was a part of Babylon the Great, financially wise, is gonna be broken once they see that their money is gonna be gone. Everything that they work for in this country is gonna be gone. It says, and when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, so they're gonna see it on TV. They're gonna see it from other islands and stuff. And this place is gonna be a memorial. Everybody is gonna see it, either on the news, either other countries, because you might just be able to see it from across the sea. Overseas. It says standing afar off for the fear of her torment. So all these other countries, they're gonna see all these other countries that's been trading, committing fornication, with this demon Esau, in the land of Babylon the Great. They gonna see it and they gonna be in fear of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and say, "Alas, alas, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come." So yeah, and that's the spirit. I forgot I was even in this chapter, but yeah, in 1 hour this place is gonna be finished. The Lord's gonna get. There's gonna be a speedy riddance of this devil. It's gonna be a speedy riddance. It says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore." So this place economy, Esau's rulership is going to be finished on this side of the world. It's going to be finished all over the world, but this is going to be the main place where it's going to be utterly wasted. This place is going to be utterly wasted. So I'm just going to go back to what we started at. It says Russian state TV threatens nuclear strike on U.S. So be prepared, Akim and Akwath, whoever may be listening, the children out there, whoever may be listening, be prepared for these days to come. Don't get caught lacking. Baba Kushar, don't get caught lacking. Do not get caught lacking, because this day is going to happen sooner than later. All we just waiting for is more destruction, the MOTB, World War III, and we're going to be seeing this, Akim. We're going to be seeing this prophecy come to pass. So I'm going to end off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who taught me this truth, who taught us this truth, all of us this truth. And salutations to the men, women, and children out there, whoever may be listening, And shalom to the Akim out there who teach week in and week out, bringing this truth out faithfully and boldly. So shalom, Akim.